Hello there, Julian from JulianTechTM, and today I have the Zotac RTX 3070 Ti M Extreme Hollow Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City Edition. Yes, I'm correct. Oh my god. But yes, this is a limited edition RTX 3070 Ti made for the movie that came out on the 2nd of December. This is 23 out of 30 cards in the world. And instead of just doing a regular review, why not we take a blast to the past and compare it with the GTX 970 from Zotac as well. But you know what's not in the past? Our sponsor for today. Today's sponsor is Zotac. For limited time only, Zotac will be giving away this limited edition RTX 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti. For more details on how to win, click on the link in the description below. And do check out the new movie Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. So my first impression with this RTX 3070 Ti is that this is a thing of beauty. The backplate is red, there's Zotac logo, there's the Resident Evil movie logo, and there's a freaking umbrella. If you don't know what umbrella is, it's basically the corporation that made the zombies in the Resident Evil universe. At the sides, there's a chrome to red gradient that has RGB when you put it into a PC. There's also a small card at the side that indicate that this is the 23rd card of 30, and two of the 3 fans has the umbrella logo. Other than that, this is practically a RTX 3070 Ti. It will run exactly the same with or without these cool looking backplates and side panels. Is it called side panels? So just to run through some specification for this GPU, it has 6144 CUDA cores, 8GB of DDR6X memory, boost clock speeds of 1890 MHz, PCIe 4.0. It takes 310 watts of power input, which Zotac recommends you get at least 750 watt power supply. Launch MSRP is $599 or 821 Singapore dollars. But come on, it's not gonna be at MSRP. Depending on where you search, the non-limited edition will cost 1.7 to 2K. And to compare it, I have the Zotac GTX 970 dual fan. This card has a 1664 CUDA cores, 4GB of GDDR5 memory, boost clock speeds of 1216 MHz, PCIe 3, 140 watts power input that Zotac recommends you have 500 watt power supply. Launch MSRP is $329 or 451 Singapore dollars in 2014. But I remember buying this at Sim Square for about $650, 650, somewhere along that line. But now if you search it on Carousel, you can find it for $85. So something to take note is that I did re-thermal paste this GPU and the HDMI is not working. So yeah, this GPU has been through a lot. So before I do the testing and showing you guys the results, I want to just try out gaming on the GTX 970 in 2021. So for the test bench, I'm using Intel 11900KF. Reason why I'm not using the 12th gen is because DDR5 is nowhere to be seen. I'll explain it later. It's gonna be the same motherboard and GPU for the benchmarks later. So yeah, let's just install the GTX 970. At the point of the GTX 970 release, I still had a Xbox 360 back in 2014, right? End of the year. I had 3 options to buy an Xbox One, PS5, or upgrade to a GTX 970. Yeah, you know what's my decision lah. I upgrade lah. Screw the consoles, man. And I did recently re-thermal paste this card because it was idling at 70 degrees, sometimes 80, and when I play games it's just thermal throttling lah, like this. It's just so bad. But now the temperatures are pretty good. At load it's at 80 degrees. Not the best, but not the worst. Let's play some deathmatch. For CSGO, it shouldn't be a problem because CSGO is mainly CPU bound. It's doing like 250 FPS, I think average out to 200. Here's the thing, back then in 2014 it was games like Middle East Earth, Shadow of Mordor. Obviously you had Call of Duty, but it was Advanced Warfare, the shittiest one. But back then I didn't really play a lot of these AAA games. I played mostly CSGO and Dota 2. And you can see the card is doing very well. It goes up to 300 FPS for Dust 2. But you know what, let's properly play this deathmatch. 1, 2. Woo! Woo! Come on, show yourself. 3. Oh, there he is. 4. Ah, my god, I missed that. 5. Okay lah, 5 kills lah. Pretty good, pretty good. I can have a pretty good, decent experience. I would say the thing that this GPU will suffer is modern day AAA games. Even a game like Resident Evil Village, which should be able to tone down some of the settings, but it will still be quite taxing for a GTX 970. I'm not quite sure, never tried before, let's try. It's pretty decent, 1080p, somewhat max settings, 60 frames, little bit choppy though. Oh, it's going down to 50, do better. Zombie, oh golly, going down to 50 FPS. I don't have explosive, I forgot about explosive. Hi sir. Pipe bomb for, oh my god. It is a modern game, but it's not graphically intensive. What is graphically intensive will be Cyberpunk 2077. No, it's so choppy. Oh my god. If we just like bring it 720, how about 720? Okay, now we're getting 80 FPS. Finally, smooth gameplay, but so pixelated. Die. Die. I die too. You die, we die together. You can still play Cyberpunk, but it's gonna look like crap. I mean, it's a 7-year-old card, you can't expect much. But you know what? You still can game on it. But we'll do proper benchmarks later lah. Now let's take this out and we put the RTX 3070 Ti. Before that, let's take out some... Wow. Kind of matched my test bench, right? That this, oh no, fingerprints! So yes, I'm using the 3070 Ti on a 1080 monitor, but don't worry, the testing will be at 1440p. I haven't really tested the card, but I'm gonna predict it's gonna be in the middle of the 3070 and the 3080. It is made with low hash rates to deter miners from buying this. But I see this card as more of a relaunch from Nvidia. Just to remind you, hey, we have 3000 series GPU. Because I get why there's a 3080 Ti. It's basically a watered down RTX 3090. Same gaming performance as the RTX 3090 at a fraction of the cost. But I'm... no. Damn it. But I'm pretty sure people still see the value of the RTX 3070 Ti if it's within your budget. Now let's try to actually play it right. Got it, one dick. One dick. Not the one dick, but many dicks. The experience is not far off from the GTX 970. Okay lah, next game. So for Resident Evil Village, I expect the RTX 3070 Ti to kill it. This is where it shines. Modern AAA games, especially at 1080p. Ray tracing. Alright, ray tracing seems pretty good. No problem, 160 FPS. 1080p is no problems for this, man. 106, oh, so smooth. Butter smooth. The difference when I go through this level, I can aim so much better. You probably can't see from the camera because the camera is like 30 frames per second. But you can see how much more confident I am because it's just so... It's so snappy. Look at that, I'm done with the level already. How will it run with Cyberpunk 2077? 85 frames per second. Look at that ray tracing, that graphics. Oh my god, so much smoother. Oh, look at that. Die. Let's see the explosions. Look at that. Oh my god. I know Cyberpunk 2077 might not be the best game story-wise or gameplay-wise, but graphic-wise, it looks amazing and it pushes a lot of GPUs to its limit. But this is 1080p performance. I will be testing both cards at 1440p performance, so let's get into it. I'll be using the same components for both GPU. I have the Intel Core i9-11900K with the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi, 2x8GB 3200MHz DDR4 RAM, and an EVGA 750W power supply. So the results are as predicted. The 3070 Ti performance is in between the 3070 and 3080. And that's why we have the GTX 970 to make it a bit more interesting. It really gives you a perspective of how fast tech can improve. And of course, I'll do my regular benchmarks for gaming. Starting with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 4 times worse than the 3070 Ti. Similar to Total War Troy. A modern game like Cyberpunk 2077 took an even bigger hit, performing almost 8 times worse than the RTX 3070 Ti. And of course, because this is Resident Evil, I benchmarked some Resident Evil games. And it's just crazy how much better the RTX 3070 Ti is. Valhalla was the only game that the GTX 970 did okay. And an older game like CSGO that relies more on CPU performance shows very good results. I mean, I showed it lah. I showed it just now, right? So conclusion is gonna be easy, right? This one is so much better. But let's have a different perspective in this, okay? If you can find the GTX 970 for $85, the value is superior than the RTX 3070 Ti at $2,000. So I did some mathematics for the price to FPS, and for the GTX 970, it will cost you 50 cents per frame. Compared to the RTX 3070 Ti, you will pay $13.70 per frame. 27 times better than the RTX 3070 Ti. That's the only thing that's better. Good job. Good job. If only you can buy 4 GPUs, connect all of them together in a motherboard and get 4 times the performance. We did had SLI, but anyone that use SLI know that that's not how it works. 2 GPU is not 2 times performance. So all in all, my conclusion, okay, the review of the RTX 3070 Ti. The whole line of the 3000 series is pretty good. The only problem is it's overpriced because of the GPU market. So if you can get any GPUs 3000 series at MSRP, or if you can find a freaking good deal, just get it. Or you can enter the Zotac giveaway by clicking in the link in the description below. And you might be able to win this RTX 3070 Ti Welcome to Raccoon City edition, or the RTX 3080 Ti edition. Also, do check out the new movie Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It's out now, so you go book your tickets, I guess. Hope this video is entertaining and insightful for you. To me, it's so cool to see how tech has grown. Anyway, I hope all of y'all stay safe, and I am done.